All right. Joe and I have been friends for 7 very long, very tiring years. They have had their ups and their downs, but through all of it, we have managed to stay friends, and even more than that, we are brothers.
So a few months ago, before lunch one day, Mr. Barber had told us that he needed to talk to us. He was very serious about it. Didn't say anything else, just needed to talk to us, very stern. We were spending the entire lunch period just trying to figure out what he could possibly, if we were in trouble, or if we had done something wrong. Finally, he had noticed that we were staring at him, and he called us over to tell us that we would be giving a speech today. Mind you, this was a few months ago, and we may or may not have just written this the night before. It's a very similar attitude that we have about his semester research papers. Since we had both been here a very long time, we've both seen a lot and seen a lot of people come and go at RMA. We were definitely the best candidates for this speech. Throughout the years, Thomas and I have pulled some of the craziest antics RMA has ever seen, most of which we can't talk about here today. But here are some examples and some favorite memories. I'll never be able to forget the constant harassment we give each other about our cars, joking about your V6 Mustang, and how I don't drive a real Jeep.
You don't.
Cars would lead to some of the most heated debates in almost all of our classes, whether it was government, aerospace, or really any other class. Looking for car parts online when we were supposed to be taking notes has caused us to add a few gray hairs to Mr. Barber's head. Since the two of us are both day students, we both drive to school now, as so do a lot of our friends. Well, earlier this year, the majority of our friend group would not turn in their keys every day, even after the constant threats from Miss Hafer. So one day, Miss Hafer and Miss Moxie had had enough of us not turning in our keys, and called Mr. Barber to inform him of their displeasure. Mr. Barber then called each and every one of our classes for everyone in our group that didn't turn in their keys. He told us just go down there immediately, turn in your keys, apologize, kiss their feet, do whatever it had to make amends. So we all accidentally ran into each other between Sonnerpain and Fulton on our way down there, and we agreed to single file, walk down to student services, drop our keys with our heads down, and walk back out. We tried to do that, but they stopped us before we could get out. That led to all of us saying, "We're sorry," simultaneously.
I will never forget our 8th grade mentoring outing with Mr. Curl. We were going up to the Skyline Drive, and Mr. Curl had a spot where he was planning on taking us to overlook the valley. If you've ever been here, or if you've been here long enough, you know about the old RMA minibuses. They broke down a lot. Well, we took one of them up to the Skyline Drive. Mr. Curl was joking with us and said that the van had broke down and that he could not go any further. So he pulled over to one of the overlooks. We got out of the van and looked out at the valley. It was a beautiful view. We all piled back into the van to go to dinner that night. And as we're about to pull out, Mr. Curl says again that the van has broken down. This time it really did. A few of our fellow mentees were afraid of heights, so that didn't turn out too well. A second story taking place during mentoring. We were all in Mr. Curl's room after lunch one afternoon, and he was not there yet. So Sam Beavers, who is no longer with us, and Alex and Dungo decided to crawl under his desk and hide. Sam and Alex were there for about 10 minutes until Mr. Curl kicked Sam. Letting out a yelp, Mr. Curl backs out and sees Sam under his desk, but did not see Alex. After Sam had gotten out from under the desk, Mr. Curl slides his chair back in and goes back to what he was doing. Alex grabs his ankle and shooting back, we're not sure what he said. But Alex calls out and we all started dying laughing. Mr. Curl, thank you for that, and thank you for 8 long years. To Mr. Barber, thank you for making it possible for Joe and I to be in the same class. You'd heard about our antics, and we hope we didn't disappoint.
Oh, you didn't.
Mr. Williams, thank you for looking out for us. Mr. Curl, thanks again for putting up with us throughout the middle school and our golf season. To our parents, we wouldn't be here without you, so thank you so much. To everyone that has made this day possible, to everyone at this table, it's been an amazing ride, and to say that it is almost over is truly amazing. To everyone in the class of 2017, we have till tomorrow.
And now.
We have one more presentation. This is a card that the entire class of 2017 signed from Mr. Williams. A couple years ago, the students voted Mr. Williams the academic graduate of the class of 2017. To our knowledge, this had never been done before, so we'd like to present this to you from all of us.
What did you all seal this with? Oh, how appropriate. So, thank you all. Thank you guys so much.